Hello. Let's see. I'm still so paranoid about people walking up on me. It is day 9. I feel awesome. So far, I've hiked, I don't know. I've decided not to look at my map. I have a goal of what shelter I want to be at. I'll see the name of the shelter when I get there. It should be a total of like 12-ish miles today. Feeling awesome. My knee was hurting a little in the middle of the day, I would say. Maybe a lot. It got kind of stiff, but I stayed at the Green Dragon last night with some of the tramily. We have a little group of us that we've been hiking pretty much same pace for the last week, since we started. So we got to know each other a little better. The Green Dragon itself is absolutely incredible. Bill and Donna just they anticipate every hiker's need so specifically, like the towels, the blankets. I don't know if it's just because I was so miserable after a night in the rain. I slept in the shelter for the first time the night before because it was raining too hard all day and all night to actually set up my hammock. So I slept in the shelter, which was fine. Everything was just wet in the morning, and so we miserably got up and hiked down the 2 miles to get to the gap, to Unicoi Gap, to get picked up by Bill. And it was just wonderful to hang out with friends, get to know each other better, go into town. The town of Hiawassee did a hiker cookout. The mayor put on a cookout, and so we got cheeseburgers. We also got to eat a little grocery store lunch at Ingles, visit the outfitter, the post office, and Donna made an incredible breakfast casserole this morning that has been fueling me for most of the day. So it's been great. It's sunny and beautiful. I didn't film anything yesterday or the day before because I was spending time at the Green Dragon yesterday, and the day before was just miserable. My knee hurt so bad. It took me so long to walk the few miles to get to Blue Mountain Shelter, and it was just rainy, and it was a tough day. That was my first time crying on trail, which I anticipated would happen at some point. And so I cried for the first couple miles, which is pretty cathartic, honestly. And then I ended up meeting Plotter, who hikes at about the same pace I do. And we hiked basically together for the last few miles into the shelter. And that made me feel better to not be all alone in the woods. And then just the last day and a half has been awesome. I've been hiking along with John, Tofu, Bookmark, and Specs today, and we stopped and we took a really long lunch break at Trey Mountain Shelter, and we're headed over to Deep Gap now. So I'm making pretty good time, honestly. It's a big hiking day for me, so we'll see how the knee feels tomorrow. But originally my plan was to stop at Trey Mountain Shelter, but it was 12 o'clock and I was like, I could keep going, so I'm gonna keep going. And I should be at I should be at Deep Gap by 7, which is fine because the sun really doesn't set until 8. Oh my god, every time I start a video I have to make sure. Day 10. Here we are. Today has been pretty straightforward, just some hiking, basically. No real major peaks, though the hills today have been kind of hard, which is crazy. Yesterday I did a total of 13 something miles, which is my biggest day so far, and probably pushing it a little too hard. I'm a little bummed today because the people I connected with really well over the last couple of days, they can just hike further and faster than I can. And so they're heading to the North Carolina border tonight to camp over there. There are some tent sites that they were looking at. And I'm gonna stop at the shelter just 5 miles shy of that. I just knew that if I pushed to the border, I wouldn't get there until 9 o'clock at night, which is well after dark. I wouldn't even have time to enjoy a hot dinner, and it was cold last night, so I expect tonight to be also pretty chilly, even though it warmed up really nice today. But I just need to take care of myself. Fortunately, a couple people I know are also going to be at the shelter up ahead, so I'm going to at least have people I recognize there, and that's what I like. So it'll still be nice. I'm really glad for my shelter setup because my hammock kept me really nice and warm. It got to 27 degrees last night, maybe lower, maybe higher, I don't really know, but I had a nice leisurely morning. I woke up at 7:30 and got on my way around 9, and so I just have a regular 8-mile day of hiking. My knee feels okay, no better, no worse, and you know, it's a bummer when you can't keep up with the people that you want to keep hanging out with and who want to keep hanging out with you, but that's the beautiful thing about the trail. You see people later down the road that you thought you'd never see again, and you also get to make new friends. Bye. We did it. We're in North Carolina. Wait. Now we're in North Carolina. Actually, the border's a little further up, but we did it. Here we go.